Today we'll be taking a look at the 16th edition of my top 10 setups of the day. Before we get started, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel to see more of these amazing setups. The first setup on our list today comes to us from user Dolly with their simple and modern build. I love the mix of the light blue RGB and the white coloured walls and light wood desk, as it makes this relatively small space still seem nice and roomy. Speaking of the RGB, a lot of that RGB is coming from the two desk mats, at least one of which is an extra large Steel Series desk mat. Overall, I'm a big fan of this setup, but I would be interested in seeing a little bit more decoration, possibly in the form of some plants or maybe some wall art above the monitor. Our next setup is from Parrot 1991 and is a different take on a fun modern build. They have a very simple desk with a wooden desktop on top of some black trestles from IKEA. Below their desk you can also see a neat hammock made for resting your feet. The actual gear on the desk is relatively minimal, with a single AOC monitor on a Wally monitor mount. This setup is in a fairly small area which gives you limited options for decoration, but the Spider-Man poster up on the wall helps make the area feel more cozy, as well as setting the feeling for the build. Coming in at our number 8 spot is this super sleek and chic setup from Convict. Their desk is made out of an IKEA Linmon tabletop that is fastened to legs and Alex drawers, also from IKEA. Up on the desk you can see a Razer or Nata Chroma keyboard with a Logitech mouse. Whilst they only have one monitor, it does appear to be a fairly large LG monitor that spans a very decent amount of desk. While I like the small plant to the left of the monitor, I would love to see a little bit more decoration around this setup. Our next setup comes to us from Captain Mexican, who apparently spends 60 plus hours a week at this setup. This is the first non-IKEA desk on our list, and I have to say I love how long it is and how rich the desk's colour is. We also have our first setup with several monitors, with this incredibly slick triple monitor setup that is expertly mounted and put together. Below those monitors you can see a matching peripherals in the form of a white keyboard and a white Razer mouse. Up on the wall we've got a cute wall design made out of sound foam. Whilst the sound foam does look nice aesthetically, I'm not too sure that it's actually doing anything functional. Next up we've got this very futuristic and cozy setup from Tyrell. First and foremost, they've absolutely nailed the lighting of this setup with the combination of the light strips around the desk and the nanoleaf panels up on the wall. On the desk you can see a custom keyboard made from an NK65 clear keyboard case with Gateron black ink switches and PBT Olivia keycaps. Next to that is an adorable pink Razer mouse on top of a fantastic Mintily Studios desk mat. On the desk you can also see a matching pink Razer headset stand. This setup is a fantastic combination of futuristic and clean, and really goes to show how far a little bit of lighting can take your setup. Marking the halfway point on our list is our number 5 build, which comes to us from Mikal 165. Here we have a double monitor setup with two LG 34-inch ultra-wide monitors. Below this is a Logitech G915 TKL keyboard and a Logitech G502 Lightspeed mouse, as well as a Logitech G Pro X wireless headset. You can also see Audio-Technica M50 XBT headphones, a Motu M2 audio interface, an Akai MPK Mini M Key-free MIDI keyboard, a SteelSeries XXL desk mat, and a Blue Yeti mic. For sound, there's also a set of Adam Audio T5V studio monitors that have been mounted on Koenig & Mayer monitor stands. On the right you can also see their PC with a Corsair Carbide 275R case with an i5 9600K, a 2070 Super and 16GB of RAM. All of this amazing tech is sitting on an impressively large 246cm IKEA Calbi desktop. One of the best parts of this setup are those amazing Star Wars The Force Awakens IMAX posters that really helps bring the whole build together. Up next is one of the most unique setups that we've ever had, with this exploration themed build from NoobKeo. Starting off with the most obvious part of the setup, the wall art. The map design on the wall was accomplished using wallpaper, and really is the key factor in having this whole setup meshed together. From what we can see from the actual setup, we've got a unique chair that we don't see too often, in the form of a Lou Eurotech chair with a headset. We can also see their single monitor setup that's composed of a raised LG monitor. This setup has the opposite issues of many of the others on the list, where the decorations are fantastic and on point, while I would love to see more of the actual gear itself. At our number 3 spot is a setup from user Carl's Jr. 3, giving us this fantastic Cyberpunk build. Front and centre in this setup is that amazing custom Devil May Cry neon sign from Ayus. On their desk you can see an AOC 24G2U 144Hz monitor, a Creative Katana soundbar, an Elgato Stream Deck, and a Cooler Master MK739 keyboard. Over on the right of the monitor is a super cool looking Tilted Nation USB hub headset holder that has some killer RGB. Overall, I love the neon theme for this setup, and my only critique would be to maybe find a more fitting wallpaper to tie everything together. Next, we've got another RGB heavy Cyberpunk build, this time from user Sir Justin Douglas. First up is this stunning custom desk made by themselves, who wanted to make a beautiful RGB desk and they've certainly succeeded. Matching the RGB heavy theme, they also have an Asus ROG Strix Flare keyboard on the desk. I would love to see some more angles of this setup so that we could see their other peripherals and what appears to be an interesting triple monitor setup. Even with the limited amount that we can see, however, it's easy to see how stunning this setup really is. Coming in at our number 1 spot today is the coziest setup that we've got on the channel so far. This setup, which comes from Crypto Litter, has nailed the cozy cabin vibe with the super orange warm lighting that reflects nicely off the uplift sit-stand desk. On the desk you can see a plethora of monitors, all of which appear to be from Dell. Below these monitors is a custom KBD67V2 Mark II polycarbonate keyboard with brass plate, creams, Durox stabilizers, and GMK Red Samurai on top of a random Frank B desk mat. Off to the right you can also see their stunning PC in a Crystal Series 680X case. And that's the end of the list today. Check out the description for a list of a lot of the gear that I've mentioned in the video. If you want to see more of these incredible setups, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss the next episode. Leave a comment down below on which setup you think should have been number 1.